Good afternoon all and welcome back to my channel. Today we are Assetto Corsa Competizione, and as you can see we are in VR mode at Monza in a Ferrari 488, and we are going to be trying nighttime racing, which generally doesn't happen in Monza, for ACC. And we have put the rain on so we could see sort of what effects that we're getting and just how it runs, given that we've had a massive sort of update with regards to, you know, how the game runs. I thought I'd just tweak some settings, see how we get on, see how it runs, and as you can see, it is a nightmare. You cannot see a thing, certainly at the start anyway, as we go into the first corner. So now with VR, although we've still not exactly had the best VR experience in the world when it comes to racing, I've now been able to run 20 at least 20 cars. To be honest, I haven't even tried more than that, because I thought the more cars you have on the grid at the end of the day, the lower your frame rate's going to be. So if you want a massive grid, just expect a bit of performance issues. So I've sort of kept it at around 20, which still gives me good old fighting. And I thought, yeah, we'll try literally a real fight on our hands. So you can also see from the update that the rain effect is a lot better. The graphics and just everything about the rain is just more sleek, more modern, and yeah, you can just sort of see as the water just... Now, first off, let's just say that most racing games has this effect anyway, where the water beads away from your screen, and you can see that here. But what we've got is just the quality of the rain when it hits the windscreen is a lot better. It's a lot sharper, a lot crisper, and the rain also now holds up into the air a lot more, so you run into the rain, so to speak. As you can see, I'm moving across to the right hand side, so my windscreen sort of clears, and then when we get back behind the cars again, the windscreen ends up getting covered. And now, maybe because it's dark, it is actually quite scary that you basically can't see a thing. And what I'm trying to do here is, I obviously know Monza pretty well, so I sort of know braking distances and stuff, which, okay, in the dry I kind of know. In the wet, it's it's a bit like that. Suddenly, all of a sudden, the car broke a bit too much. The braking effect of the AI nearly let me slam into the back of him going into the first corner. But as I was saying, what you've got is an absolute nightmare of trying to see, like there, I mean, I can't really see the car too much now, not till I obviously get up closer. I've then got to work out braking to make sure I don't slam into the back of them, and yeah, your braking's a lot earlier as well, so it is quite honestly a massive challenge. But as the race sort of goes on, you start to get a better understanding of where you can brake, where your competitors are going to sort of, where they're strong, where they're weak, that kind of thing. And you'll see that I sort of slowly start making my way up the field in this. But I have to say that for VR, compared with probably some of my older videos, you can just see that it's just a massive improvement on everything, the lighting effects, and I'm sort of running, I'm not even running VR in low settings anymore. It's all being run on sort of medium to high. What I would say is, do not bother running shadows, or reduce your shadows in the settings to as low as possible, because in the dark you do not need any form of shadowing, and shadows kills the frame rate. So you might as well reduce that and in this case I've got it on low. So this is a 10 lap race. Here you can kind of see I'm a bit better on the brakes than the AI, as we sneak down the inside, take that Mercedes quite nicely. We get a bit of a breathing space from the rain because of the low car speeds, but as you can see, as we exit the chicane, all of a sudden that sprays back again, and luckily it's flat out, so you're not going to be hit with a car travelling slowly. So we've got a Merc and a Bentley ahead of us. I'm a bit better on the brakes here than them. Again, managed to get up close towards them. I'll be honest, the traction control has been left in the original setup, so it's running quite high on the traction. So you'll notice that coming out of the corners, you can't quite get the acceleration down because, yeah, traction control's kicking in. To be honest, probably I'd be all over the place without traction control. So it's quite a blessing in disguise, really. You can't get that many laps on a 10-minute race. As we go into the Variante Alta. Also trying to work out as well, can you ride the curbing in the game when it's wet? And to be honest, it's not like what they say, which is get your wheels on any form of curbing and you're off into the barriers. You can actually ride the curbing a bit in Monza, certainly. You've also got the same sort of effect that Project Cars did, which was that you've kind of got that standing water, where that's why I'm having to move across to the inside here. You've got the standing water effect where the car will sort of bog down a bit because it hits like a stream going across the track. So I worked that one out. Oh, yeah, see, got the braking a bit wrong there and ended up hitting the Mercedes a bit. So we're getting a bit bunched up now. So yeah, you got the stream of water coming across the track. As soon as you hit that, you got a bit of aquaplaning, the revs drop a bit, you lose a bit of speed. It's all about trying to find those streams on the track, and in the dark it's quite difficult, I'll be honest. Going down the inside of the Merc, can we take it? Have we cleared it? No, he's got a bit pushy with us, forced us out a bit, so not this time. And so yeah, like Project Cars, that kind of happens. However, unlike Project Cars, as the race changes, what they call the live track, that stream either disappears or moves or whatever. In this game at the moment, it's still sort of there throughout the entire race, so you just got to learn where those are and you just basically drive around them. So yeah, that's when it comes to the water on the track, but it's still very good. And you also start to get a bit of a drying line. However, because we're obviously in rain, we've just got constant rain, so we're not going to see a massive dry line at the moment. Coming down into the Parabolica now. That AI is slightly starting to get ahead of us now. But this Merc and the Bentley ahead of us are just having a bit of a competition. So, it's just been told we're on the final lap now, so not long left. I'll just guide you through the rest of this. I've also got the interior cockpit light on to give us that sort of bluey LED. So we're going down the inside of the Bentley. Probably braked a bit too early, so we'll take the inside there, take the right. No, he spun us out. The Bentley spun us out. That's a shame. We weren't doing the best in the world, but still, at least, it wasn't exactly nice for the Bentley to spin us out. Trying to desperately get back onto the track. And yeah, on the last lap as well, which was not really what I wanted. But it gives us a chance as well to now see that without those cars in front of us, I've got a sort of a far better idea of braking points, curbs, that kind of thing. Okay, so we've got a bit of debris still on the tyres, so braking is not going so well. We come into Lesmo 1. So you can see that without the cars there, that you just probably are going to find yourself at least 5 to 6 seconds quicker in the lap, because you've got nothing to slow you down. You can see where your braking points are, and it's a lot clearer. But certainly when you're running in VR, it is quite scary to basically almost drive nearly 200 miles an hour without being able to really see anything ahead of you. So we're onto the back straight now. Just parabolica to go. You can see also the lighting's a lot better. And certainly for Monza, it's just, yeah, so much. It is really fun, I'll be honest. The game has come... just probably don't really need to be pushing it now. We're on the last corner. Didn't really need to push that. Got no one to find, no one to beat. So yeah, so we're just coming across the line now, and that's it. That's sort of the end of the race for us. And there we have it. So although it's not a review, I just wanted to show you really what the settings are like at the moment, how VR's looking, especially in the rain, and yeah, what's happening. And I'm hoping that you guys can see that there's a massive improvement. So there you have it. Please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up if you like what you see, and I will be back again with some more videos in the future, especially from this game, because I'm loving it at the moment. So until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you all soon.